Hello, my name Alexey. In this video review, we'll talk about 4Podcast. 4Podcast is a paid Joomla podcast plugin. Extension is compatible with Joomla 4 and 3. It creates RSS feed for Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and other similar podcast platforms. Plugin adds user-friendly, responsive, accessible player that doesn't affect Google Core Web Vitals. In my blog, you will find a list of main features of this podcast plugin. Now, let's see how it works. First, you must record podcast file. You can store this file on your site or on some other place. In my case, I have stored my files in images, podcast, and here are three files: podcast 1, mp3, 2, and 3. 4Podcast is a native Joomla field plugin. You can create it just as other fields. Just click New, select 4Podcast item, and fill all necessary fields and configure all necessary options. I will show you the result. Here is my field. The label is 4Podcast. Here it is. You can disable it here. Just click Save, Update, and there is no field label. Also, you can show name, email. You need to enter show URL. It will create RSS feed. Also, you can get RSS feed here. You can show description, but this description, email, author, copyright, and so on won't be shown here. But if we will look at the code, for example, here, we will see the copyright, the author, and other information. Okay, we can add episode footer text. We can enable footer analytic, and so on. There are some explanations. You can read and decide enable or disable this or other option. Also, if I refresh page, I will see compact mode. But if I choose here no, I refresh page and I will see full mode and can click to compact mode. We can change visualization type. For example, now we can see this. If I change, for example, like this, update the page, now we can see this animation. We can show or not temp selector. It's here. Users can switch the style. We can change share buttons. User can see them here. We can choose to show speed selector, volume control, and so on. This is our control panel, and we can modify it. We can change player max wide and add some custom CSS. When you finish with this field, go to Articles, go to the article, select fields. This is our article. This is our field. Here you can add audio file title. Here it is. And insert media file in main format. In my example, as I already showed at the beginning of my video, my audio file podcast 1 located on my site in images, podcasts. This information fill in automatically by clicking preview media file. Here you can add media file in secondary format. Here you can add subtitle, media description, image for this episode. You can choose display image or not, for example like this. You can select to generate structured data. switch default color term, and add custom CSS. As you can see, 4Podcast is a good Joomla podcast extension. With this plugin, you can create full-fledged podcast on your site and distribute on podcast platforms. In the following video tutorials, we will take a close look at various built-in Joomla extensions. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. If this video was helpful to you, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, this is Alexey, see you soon in new tutorials.